Good morning. We are back in Santa Barbara. It's 6:22 in Santa Barbara right now. So, have two passengers. Gonna fly to Duchesne, Utah. So, little municipal airport. I've got the plane all ready to go. Let's go.
Transporter from dispatch. Some VIP going to an important meeting this time. Waiting you at the boarding parking. Transporter form dispatch. Boarding passenger, please stand by. Transporter, boarding is complete. You can start your flight.
TAWS system test. Okay.
I don't know what kind of weather we're going to be in for when we get to Duchesne. It snowed again last night up here in Idaho, and that's not too far from us, so we may be in for a rough little ride to get in there. But it does have a VOR DME for one runway to get in there, so hopefully we can get in there without a problem. Okay, I think we are ready for number 2 startup. Why we're getting... I know I shouldn't try this, but I'm gonna do it.
Clearance delivery Cessna Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo IFR to Uniform 69er ready to copy. Cessna Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo is cleared to Uniform 69er airport as filed. Takeoff runway 25 climb and maintain 7,000 feet. Departure frequency is 119.05 squawk 2434.
Okay, 7,000 feet and squawk 2434.
Cessna Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo cleared to Uniform 69er airport as filed. Takeoff runway 25 climb and maintain 7,000 feet. Departure on 119.05 squawk 2434. Cessna Tango Echo Romeo readback is correct. Contact ground on 121.7 when ready to taxi. Good day.
Okay, there's number 2. Now, fire up number 1. Okay, we have our clearance. I don't know why I always keep trying it, but I prefer to fly IFR the proper way. Just glutton for punishment. But I think our plan for today is to get up to Duchesne, drop them off. Maybe we can get some passengers to get back to Pocatello. Just kind of made a little loop. And then maybe we will, if I get my feet off my brake pedals. What was that noise in the background? All right, number one fired up. Everything's good. Oop, I just about shut it off. Okay, let's go ahead and kill the APU. Okay, I think we are golden. Oh. Request taxi IFR,
Santa
please.
Barbara ground, Cessna Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo with uniform ready to taxi IFR.
Cessna Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo taxi to and hold short of runway 25 via taxiway Mike Hotel Cross runway 15 right Hotel Cross runway 15 left Hotel Juliet. Contact tower on 119.7 when ready.
Taxiing hold short runway 25 via taxiway Mike Hotel Cross runway 15 right Hotel Cross runway 15 left Hotel Juliet Cessna Tango Echo Romeo.
And of course I didn't have my airport diagram up, so I'm trying to play catch up now. Okay, they want us to taxi down M. M to H. M to H cross. 15R H cross. 15 left. H and J. Perfect. Actually have that all right there. Not very often do we get that. Okay, we are looking for M. There's M right there. MH. And there's H right there. This will give us across our two runways. You know what I forgot? Bad boy, bad boy. I was wondering why the checklist. left on H. Cross both active runways. They're not active. We've been cleared to cross, so we'll just cross them. And then we go all the way down to J, which will put us right at the end of the runway. And you got to be careful when you cross runways like this. They may clear you to hold short, and you have to get permission to cross, but they told us to go ahead and cross. But you look both ways, and if you have any question whatsoever, you double check to make sure you are cleared to cross that runway, because if there's no wind, you've got planes taking off and landing at all different directions. So there's J. So we've made it. This has an extended runway where we can use it to take off, but on my plot it has X's, so it means we cannot use it, or we would taxied all the way down to the end of the runway and took off on the chevrons. You can land on, or you can't land on the chevrons, but you can take off from them in some airports. But this one, apparently you cannot, because it says X's means no.
Santa Barbara Tower Cessna Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo ready for departure runway 25 IFR to uniform 69er.
Cessna Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo altimeter 30.12 wind 3088. Cleared for takeoff runway 25.
Cleared for takeoff runway 25.
Cleared for takeoff runway 25 Cessna Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo.
Okay, 2 notch of flaps, our lights on. My heading bug. We got our altitude in, 2 notch of flaps. Everything is good. Power setting for takeoff.
Transporter, good flight.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Cessna Tango Echo Romeo, acknowledge last transmission.
And it's already screwed up, so
119.05 Cessna Tango Echo Romeo.
Cessna 77 Hotel, please expedite your climb 10,000 feet. Hotel, please expedite your climb 10,000 feet.
Los Angeles Center, Cessna Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo 7,100 feet.
Cessna Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo, Los Angeles Center, altimeter tree 0.14, continue as planned. Cessna 77 Hotel, contact Los Angeles Center on 124.15. Good day. Cessna Tango Echo Romeo, climb and maintain 7,800 feet.
Going to 124.15 Cessna 77 Hotel.
Climb and maintain 7,800 feet Cessna Tango Echo Romeo.
I hope that's not our maximum altitude they want us to fly. We might just have to cancel and go cruising.
Cessna Tango Echo Romeo, climb and maintain 8,900 feet.
Because that's kind of weird.
Climb and maintain 8,900 feet Cessna Tango Echo Romeo.
Need to get out of these bumpy.
Los Angeles Center, Cessna Tango Echo Romeo would like to cancel IFR.
Cessna Tango Echo Romeo, IFR flight plan is canceled. Radar service terminated. Squawk 1200. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved. Good day.
Okay, we'll get rid of her. Now we're just gonna do our own thing, which means let's get climbing.
Dare tree 0 X-ray, climb and maintain.
That's better. They're all spooled up and we're climbing 5,400 feet, 57, 6,000 feet per minute. That's what dreams are made of right there. Perfect. Not quite sure why our needle is off. Boy, it has been horrible weather to be flying this week. It's been bouncy, turbulent, rough. Okay, we're above 18,000 feet, so let's go standardize, and we need to shut all our lights off. Boing, boing, boing. are good until we descend. And hopefully we'll capitalize on a tailwind instead of a headwind like we did all day yesterday. Wow, it is rough. We're getting bounced around. I'll go ahead and slow my speed down a little bit and climb a little faster. All right, Duchesne, we have one runway that we can use. Runways 17 and 35. We do have a VOR DME A. What does that tell us? That'll be good for runway 35. Now hopefully we have clear conditions. I can zip over there and see what we have. Duchesne, 9 knots at 260 degrees, gusting to 15. 10 statute miles, clears. Okay. That looks good. Looks like a clear day once we get there. Looks like it's smoothing out a little bit. Wow, we're already up to 90 knots wind, pretty much a side wind. let me switch my airport. Why isn't it going to? What seems to be the problem here? There we go. Okay, it doesn't have anything for us in the computer, so this will be a visual. Well, if our weather's not lying, we should be fine because it's 10. There's no cloud layer, just a little wind, so 4,000 to go. Wow, it's still even getting bumpy up here. Leveling off at 45,000 feet. Now we cruise. Looks like we got 54 minutes. That's a lot better than 5.5 hour flight that took us almost 7 yesterday.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Holy cow. This is a
Overspeed.
horrible day to fly. I better slow my speed down a little bit. Our little buffer's not good enough. We are getting hammered up here. Our VIPs aren't going to be very happy today.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Okay, gonna start our descent. We are 270 miles out, but we're only 30 minutes out. So we got a ground speed of 538 knots right now. So we're gonna start our descent. Since this is gonna be a visual all the way, we're just gonna kind of take it nice and easy, descend to 18,000 feet. Airport elevations, 5,800 feet, so. $5,830 to be exact. And we are going to be doing runway 35, which is 5,800 feet long, 60 feet wide.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Well, it's getting rough again. Looks like we got a cloud layer, but hopefully we are gonna skirt in between them, because we got one out of our left side of our windshield and one out of our right side of the windshield, and hopefully, I don't know, I see a cloud bank up there, but we can break through the clouds. Our weather still shows clear and 10 miles visibility, so I still feel pretty good we're going to get in there. Not quite sure what lake that is we're flying over. Let me see. Okay. Severe Lake. So we're flying over Delta. What's that, KD? Oh, that's Dugway. Okay, we're getting close to civilization. Flying over Delta, we should clip Orem, Provo. That should be our next mountain range, and then we are 149 miles out, 19 minutes. I didn't think that lake was that big out here. There's nothing out here in Delta. The airports don't even show up. Little bumpy today. It looks like I'm going to drop us right down into the clouds. Good job. But I'm looking at my sectional and we are good for altitudes. 11.1, 11.4. So 11.5. So 12,000 feet and above, we should be just fine. So we can drop down. 18's our first check for altitude. That's when we'll get set up. Because our next one will be 10,000 feet, which we'll have a speed limit by then, but yeah, terrain will keep us above that. So when we start configuring to land, we should be still above 10,000 feet. So shouldn't be a problem. Let's go ahead and shallow our descent. Made it in plenty of time. Kept our speed up pretty close to max. Probably can't do that. Better slow her down. Hopefully we'll be right underneath the cloud level. That would be nice. When we level off at 18,000 feet, we'll still keep the standardized barometer setting in our altimeter. When we drop out of 18, then we will go ahead and adjust our altimeter setting. So we'll still be standardized when we level out at 18,000 feet. Probably came down just a little bit too soon, but leveling off 18,000 feet. Right in the middle of the clouds, it looks like. 118 miles out. I adjusted our altimeter because it's actually going to drop us a little bit, so. So we're actually just a little bit lower, which puts us underneath, so it should be fine. There's Salt Lake City and Provo airport's coming into sight in our center screen. We're just up the valley to the left. 100 nautical miles to go. Should have 2 mountain ridges to go over and then descend down into Duchesne. Getting a little bumpy again. We got a little precipitation going on just west of Salt Lake, looks like. I'm glad it's over there and not where we're going. All right, let's go ahead and everything set up. Lights are on. No flaps. Maximum speed. 90 miles out. Okay, we're going to drop down to 15,000 feet and start slowing down. Might get a little bumpy in these hills. Our wind slowed down. We were over 100 knots tailwind. Now we're down to 33 knots. So. Okay, our airport's coming into sight in our center screen. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in. Okay, let's go ahead and start flying heading. This way I can line up for runway 35. That is the one we are going to use. So I'm going to turn a base 60 miles out, or set up for a left base. I did set up for a VOR in Mighton. We're basically flying right to it. Alright, let's go ahead and get this thing slowed down.
Landing gear.
That comes on when I throttle down. When my throttles get so low, like to an idle, it's thinking you're gonna land, and that's just a landing gear warning. It doesn't say we need our landing gear down, it's just thinking you're pulling back your throttles to an idle and your landing gear's not down, so it just... And it also does it when I go my second notch of flaps. So I can do my first notch of flaps and it doesn't do anything. Second notch, it just starts repeating itself, landing gear, so. Just a little reminder in your ear to make sure that your gear is down. So I usually go first notch of flaps, and I drop my gear when I go to second notch and then full flap. Okay, we're coming up on 15,000 feet. Adjust my altimeter to make sure that is correct. We're going to hold this altitude till we get over this next mountain ridge. We're starting to ice up. Getting ice in my window. It's already melted. It is 27 below Celsius, so we do gotta pay attention to icing. But we should be fine now. We're clear skies, so. Should be fine. Non-precision instrument, fair condition, 3-degree glide path on runway 35. Elevation, it's 5793, and runway heading is 360 degrees, so directly north. Okay. slowly drop down to 13,000 feet. Nice and easy. And we will lower our speed.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and drop my first notch of flaps since our speed's down below 250. I will go ahead and drop my altitude to about 7,000 feet. We'll just adjust our vertical speed if we get too close. A good reference is at 2,000 feet we'll have a gauge start on my dash when I'm 2,000 feet above AGL, so I'm still 2,000 feet above, so I'll just keep dropping. We're only going to get lower because now we're over the mountain ridges right here in front of us. And this is kind of a little, it's not a valley, but a little corridor that's 5,000 feet instead of 8,000, 9,000 feet. Okay, let's slow her down a little bit more. We are going to slow things down and get configured since I really don't have any precision. Okay, gear down. Notch of flaps. And I'll get below 180 for my full flap setting. This will slow things down to where I'm just gonna go ahead and get set up for landing. Okay, we're below 180. Full flaps. Lights on, full flaps. Gear down, 3 green. Okay, speed set for landing. Gonna go ahead and set my throttles. Auto throttle off. Okay, the airport should be up on a plateau. The city's down in a valley, and the airport is above it. So now we gotta find a visual. I do not have the airport in sight. Oh, there it is, I believe. I believe this is our runway right there. Got a 24 knot crosswind, left to right. Full flaps, 3 in the green, lights on. Speed set. Autopilot off. There's the city of Duchesne right there. Crosswind 17, 16. And we are high, so we're 5,800 feet, so keeping your speed up is very important because there's not a lot of air up here. And we are full of fuel, so. Nice crosswind.
Transporter from dispatch. Take the VIP to the parking.
Wow. That was horrible. That crosswind was a bugger. I would hate to have been on that plane landing. Alright, let's clean it up. Flaps up. Not a lot here, which is typical for Duchesne, Utah. Alright.
Transporter, disembarking of passengers can begin. Transporter from dispatch. Disembarkation completed. Passengers will be on time for the game. Thank you and good day.
Well, there we are, Duchesne, Utah. Not a lot here. Well, appreciate you riding along. We'll see what we can get out of here and probably get out of here. There's nothing here, so have a great day. Appreciate you. Bye.